Hello, my friends. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I'm not supposed to sing, so I'll stop. But you get the idea. Here at St. Thomas, we have so much going on. It brings me such joy in my heart and fulfillment that St. Thomas is thriving. That is where we're operating on all cylinders. As a staff, we talked about that last week with the wardens. We're all working in top gear, and it's wonderful. And when we work at this pace, sometimes we bump like bumper cars. Sometimes we cross paths. And so I remind you all what we remind each other every day here at St. Thomas. We are grateful for the opportunity to serve. We're grateful for the opportunity to grow in community together and learn from each other. But we always practice patience, forgiveness, and grace with one another. Because what we're doing is really God's work, not ours. This past Sunday was just fabulous. Thank you all for a fabulous Sunday morning. The pickup choir was full. The children were abundant. And we had wonderful opportunities this Sunday to engage in ministry. And so for those who signed up to become an usher or offer a reading or join the acolytes or join the choristers or join the choir, you can do that any day of the week here at St. Thomas. If you don't know how to do that, there hopefully will be a link below this. If not, you can just reply to this video and just say, hey, I want to get involved, and we'll get you connected. And Faith and Brian and their team will help you do that. This coming week, I want to set the stage for what's coming. This coming Sunday is kind of our transition Sunday because we're really ramping up for September 6th. September 6th is when we do our Welcome Back weekend. So we'll be blessing backpacks, we'll be blessing teachers, the Christian ed people will be there to talk about their classrooms. So families come and meet the teachers, find the classrooms, all those great things. The choir will have had their first rehearsal and they'll be in worship with us. It's a full day here on September 6th. We know it's Labor Day weekend, but it's time to rock and roll here at St. Thomas because the following Sunday, the 13th of September, is when the bishop comes. So if you haven't heard the message over the last few weeks, we really want those. We want to invite you. We want you to know how much we are grateful that you are here at St. Thomas and that we believe you belong. And if you believe you belong, in our tradition, that means it's time for baptism. In our tradition, it says it's time to be confirmed as adults. And that's when the bishop gets involved. And the bishop says she confirms you into your relationship with Jesus Christ and into the church. And we throw a huge party. It's wonderful. For those who've been confirmed by other bishops in other traditions, we have a practice of calling that being received into the Episcopal Church. And because we recognize those confirmations. We don't compete with that. We recognize it. And then thirdly, if you are an Episcopalian and you've been confirmed in the Episcopal Church and you've been just St. Thomas is feeling right to you, this is the time to say you're back in the church and you're welcome to reaffirm your relationship with your baptism in that. And then lastly, we have baptisms. And right now we've got 4 queued up. All that happens on the 13th. But we need to know now if you would like to be included in that or learn more. So this Sunday, back to this week, this Sunday, between services, I'll be in the parish hall and we'll be there to answer any questions you have about baptism, confirmation, reception, and reaffirmation. And no pressure. If you're not ready, we love you. No worries. But if you are, let's party. I also want to bring to your attention that we have 2 celebrations of life this week. In other traditions, you might call them funerals or burials. Here at St. Thomas, we call them celebrations of life. This is when the Easter Sunday morning truth, along with the resurrection, come together for us in the gift of the Holy Spirit, where we celebrate that God gave us someone who we fell in love with, who gave abundantly to God's people and to the world, and that we celebrate that, and then we say goodbye. And it breaks the heart, we shed tears, but we also smile, because we're always Easter people every day of the week. So on Friday, we will be celebrating the life of Angela Mott, a mom who just cancer won the day. And so we'll celebrate her family. We love her family who will be here, and we invite you to join us at 10 a.m. here in the sanctuary, and then there'll be a reception to follow with lunch. And then on Saturday, we'll be celebrating the life of Deborah Ferguson. We buried her mother, Judith, back in January. And I'm so sad that we need to do her service this Saturday. So her family members will be here, and if you're available to join us, we welcome you to join us. here at 11 a.m. this coming Saturday. Again, our work in the church, just like I offered in my sermon this Sunday, is we look people in the eye and we see Christ in them. And I guarantee when we do that, when you do that, we will smile, even though we may have tears in our eyes as our hearts break. We are in this together with God and Jesus Christ. Thank you, and I hope you have a great week. God bless you.